Who has the right to decide in a difficult case like this what's right for the child?
Ultimately, I think this is a really, really difficult case, but it speaks to a lot of really deep issues. And I think actually that's just what came up, is that it's linked to euthanasia or assisted dying. I think hidden within this are two things. One is the loss of value placed on human life generally, and two, the loss of value placed on the judgment of parents. Now, obviously, I think in this case, it seems to me that Archie's mother and his parents generally are just having a lot of trouble letting go. The situation does indeed appear very, very dire. But that said, what I found interesting is that the judge said that so the parents are adamant that because he was religious, that he would like to die naturally. And that this would be unnatural. And the judge said, OK, we'll take that into account, but we don't always have to take into account what the person said before they fell ill. And I think that's interesting, because what if he had said, oh, I would never want to be in that situation. I would like my life support to be turned off. Would the judge have used that as evidence in the ruling? I wonder if the judge would. And I've seen this quite a lot with assisted dying, where people will say, oh, well, I would never want to be in that situation. Or people say, the worst thing that could happen is being in a wheelchair or something like that. And it's actually reflective of the fact that we don't value human life. We don't value people with disabilities, for example, and that's reflected when people say that. And then people will point to this and say, oh, well, we should have assisted dying. It should be illegal. And it's just an example of the fact that you really need to think through every political position. Like, I'm a left-winger, I'm a liberal type. You think, okay, assisted dying and letting this situation kind of, turn off the ventilator. Yeah, I'm a liberal type, I'll let that go. And then you get cases like in Canada, where a young man or a man was denied assisted living and he was continually offered assisted dying. Don't you think it's really quite expensive, your care here? And then you realize we were never becoming more liberal, just more blasé about human life.